Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm in Diamond Predicts, giving you the safest bets to bet on CSGO Lounge. For the first three matches, we have the World Champions League 2015. I recommend skip on all three of these. I looked on HLTV, and there is literally no information on any of these players of any of these teams. So I just recommend a skip. Unless you're an addict of CSGO Lounge, then I recommend a ICB on Morocco, considering the odds are decent, and then on Libya, because these are best of ones, so anything could happen. Alright, our first bet today is in the World Champions League 2015, Azerbaijan versus Moldova. I would give this a 70-30 in favor of Moldova. A few of the players on Moldova are actually pretty good, with like a rating above 1.2 on HLTV. And additionally, Moldova, the players do have a track record of hacking the game, and one of the guys still might be hacking in this game, so I'm kind of riding on the fact that yes, they're hacking and their skill level is tremendously better than Azerbaijan. Next game we have is eBettle versus Epiphany. I either recommend a skip or an ICB on Epiphany. I think it's really a 70-30 game in favor of eBettle. They're a fairly strong team, but they're a little hyped up from the recent qualification in Cologne. And Epiphany's not a bad team, but they're not great also. But anything could really happen. It's Uprise Champions League. It's not too important to eBettle. They're really preparing for Cologne, where they're going to show their real talent. So I recommend an ICB on Epiphany if you want to do anything. The next game is between Pitter and Phenomenon. This is a 60-40 game favoring Pitter. I would recommend a small bet on Pitter, but Pitter have been known to throw often, especially in the Ding It lead, where they throw quite often. It's up to you. I'm personally skipping this game, but if you want to bet, I would bet small on Pitter because they are the better team here. Next, we have in the Game Agents League D&G versus Evolution. If you do not know, D&G is the former G2 with the same exact lineup with Muniz and everyone and Michu. And Evolution's overhyped because it's simple. I think this game is 60-40 favoring D&G, and I would say go small to mid on D&G because this is a best of two. So worst case scenario, you get your skins back. Now we're moving on to Austria versus Georgia and the World Champions 2015. Hands down, Austria won this. They just have better fraggers all around than Georgia. Georgia's players don't even have stats because they haven't played yet. I think it's basically Silvers and Novas versus some decent players on Austria. I recommend betting small to medium on Austria. If the odds go down to less than 70, I recommend a medium to high bet on Austria. Next we have ROCCAT versus Kaz. I think the odds are quite accurate here. It's a 60-40 favoring ROCCAT. ROCCAT's recent performance hasn't been great, but also remember, ROCCAT's a very good team, and Kaz, they have caused some upsets, but I really don't see an upset happening here. I recommend a small bet on ROCCAT. Next we have the Property versus HR game. I think it's a 65-35 favoring HR, but with their recent performance today, where they lost 16-2 first map and had a decent comeback, but still lost 16-10 on their own map choice against Dig today, I recommend a skip or an ICB bet on Property. Next we have Flipside versus InfinityG. I think it's around a 75-25 favoring Flipside. InfinityG has had a lot of upsets before, especially online against like eFrag and teams like that. But Flipside looks like a very solid team. Even though they did lose Simple, I think they're in a better condition now than they were before. So for this match, I would recommend a skip. I wouldn't even bet an ICB on InfinityG because I don't think they have a chance in this scenario. A second to last match, we do have Lunatik versus Woosah. Woosah is being very hyped up currently because their just recent win against, what is it, the Ladder Kids? Yeah, Ladder Kids aren't that great of a team, and they won it 16-14 in the third map. It was an intense game. And Lunatik's a tier 3 team. They're just on a whole different level than Woosah. These odds are great. I would say even go a medium bet on Lunatik, especially because it's a best of 5, so it's going to be pure skill, which Lunatik does have. Our final match today is Enemy versus Venom. I recommend a medium bet on Enemy. People like Kusta, ZNF, just hands down better fraggers than Venom. Yes, Venom has caused some upsets before, but those are kind of bad teams that they've played. In the CSGO League, Enemy, yes, they are coming off a qualification for CSGO, and they don't care too much about this match, but I still think they are going to win this one. Thank you guys very much for tuning in. If you enjoyed the video, please drop a like, and don't forget to subscribe. My name's Diamond Predicts, and I'll see you later. Peace.